Hello and welcome back to another episode of Handy Dandy Repairs. I know I have not recorded in a while, so at least uploaded in a while. Had an eye infection for a few weeks, couldn't really see, especially with the bright lights. But we are back. We have something different to work on. Today we've got a Series X Xbox. I bought it from Marketplace. I paid $200 for it. And it come with a bag of pieces. So we're not going to test it. We're going to pull it apart, have a look for anything obvious, put all the pieces back, and then we'll give it a test and see what happens. So let's go over to the overhead cam. I'll just sit this out of the way for now. I'll sit this over here somewhere. Just turn this light off on the microscope. So this is the bag of pieces we've got. Alright, we've got Wi-Fi board, whole bunch of screws and cable clips, rubber band and power cable. Okay, so not too much out of place. That's not too bad. I do see some screws and stuff in there too, which is good, I guess. Hopefully they're all here. Cool. So we've got one, two, alright, so we're missing a bunch of screws, but obviously some would have been put back, so we'll find out what has and hasn't been put back at some stage. It's looking very dark. Let me just see if I can brighten that up a little bit. There we go. So let's get this opened up and see what we can find out. Now I want to have a close look at these connections because the ad description mentioned something about power connector. So the power connector wasn't connected properly or something along those lines. Just want to see if we can see this Nexus connector. Okay. Yeah, okay. Nexus connector is definitely broken. Yeah, okay, cool. So we will definitely have to replace that. That's fine. Hey, if that's the only issue, we're doing alright. So that's fine. Needs a new Nexus connector at the very minimum. Alright, what else we got? Pop this other cable off. One other thing I want to check is that this cable itself is okay. Might have to do that under the scope. There's a bit of a knock there. Hopefully we'll be okay. So we'll finish the disassembly. Okay. Now the power supply. Something going on with that. We'll have to have a closer look at that. Doesn't look like a genuine power supply. Not mistaken, not sure. Let's get this undone. One thing I like about the Series X is even though there's a fair few different types of screws, it's really not that difficult to keep track of what goes where. I do like that a lot. Okay. First things first, let's get this unplugged. Alright. This looks like it's been opened. Somebody has been inside this. Which makes me a little scared to test it, but more importantly makes me scared to use it. see if I can at least get that back in so that it's safe. Using a plastic pry tool, of course. Having a quick look to see if there's anything obviously blown. Can't see anything that's blown, so that's good. We'll just get it all back together correctly and we can test it. I feel confident that there's nothing broken. I'll just quickly check it for shorts as well, and if there's no shorts that we can find, then we have no problem plugging it in and testing it. Okay, so might as well do that before we go any further. So we're going to test for shorts here on the AC side. And we are not shorted, that's good. So we'll plug it in. Heard a little click. That's a good sign actually. Change our meter to voltage, DC voltage. And we'll just check here if we have 12 volt. Which we do not. Okay, so we've got a dead power supply. It's unfortunate, but that's okay, because I'm not too happy with that anyway, the fact that it's been opened. So I'm pretty sure I've got a spare one here somewhere. I'll dig that out later on. So let's continue the tear down of this bit. So pop this screw here and this screw here. We got a few more screws here. Having a quick look, make sure there's nothing obvious standing out to me that's blown. Everything looks okay. So we're just going to change that Nexus connector there. And we might as well keep stripping this. Now we looked at the ports all looked fine. So I'm just going to take this clamp off because they've put it on the wrong way for a start. So we'll take it off and make sure that none of the capacitors have been damaged where the clamps hit them. And obviously apply some fresh thermal paste and that sort of thing. So worth noting in future, these bits, these black tabs that stick out, they only stick out on one side, not the other. They go up and down, so they completely avoid those capacitors here. I can't see any that have been knocked off, so that's a good thing. It's probably fine. So I'll pop this cable here out. We'll open this up. There we go. They may not have gone that far given how tight that was, which is a good thing. I'm not complaining about that at all. The HDMI port does look good. Everything else looks good that I can see with my eyes anyway. So we will just replace this thermal paste and put this part back together anyway. Alright, so we can put this back on here. As I mentioned before, black tabs go up and down. That just protects everything, and we'll set that to one side. Bring this board back in. Now, I need to find my Nexus connectors. I'm going to take one of them off here. Just dump that out there. And we'll bring this over to the edge of the bench. Beautiful. Now we'll zoom back out. And I just realised you haven't been looking at the microscope this whole time. My apologies. Let me just quickly swap over to the microscope, show you what we've been working on. This connector right here. More importantly, that very end pin. This one here was the one that wasn't solid, but you can see it is now, and I'll just show you that all the others are too. Apologies for not swapping over the camera. I suck at YouTube, so I'm surprised you still watch, but I do appreciate it. So, a bit of a perspective view. This connector down here is the one we're working on. Obviously you can't really see the pins on the camera, they are tiny. But that's all fixed now. So we'll get it all reassembled, and hopefully with a new power supply we'll have a working Series X. And that's it, we're fully back together, fully reassembled, except for the back cover, which just has those two green screws in it. But in the interest of luck, we are going to test it first, because it is absolutely bad luck to put it all back together fully before testing. So we're going to plug our power in. We'll plug a HDMI in because we are confident. And I will turn it on. Got a beep, got a white light. See if we get anything on the screen. So far nothing on the screen. Hasn't turned off though. Port is a little bit wiggly. I'll just give it a little wiggle around. See what happens. We may have to replace that port. Okay. So we're going to I'm going to plug directly into the monitor again, just to eliminate any issues with the capture card or whatever. We'll give it power. Okay, so we're going to hold the eject button and the power button until we get a second beep. That's going to enter low res mode, so we'll see if we get an image that way. Hopefully we do. It turned off again, so I'm just going to turn it back on. I mean, it should be in low resolution mode. Oh, it is. We have a display. Alright. Let me find control. We can try and set it back to 1080p and see how we go. So it's possible that it wasn't a HDMI port or retimer or anything like that. Maybe it was set in 4K or 1440p, and since my monitor doesn't support it, that's why we weren't getting an image. So we'll go into our settings, and let me put this back on the capture card real quick. It should work, hopefully. There we go. So we're going to go, you can see it's low resolution. So we're going to TV and display options, resolution 1080p, keep, and it works. Look at that. I'll have to test it on the TV later to see if it does work in 4K and that, but I think that's fixed. Obviously I have to give it a reset and stuff like that. But yeah, beauty. Always worth putting it in a low resolution mode if you're not getting a display before you go and change components. I was very close to replacing components there. I still may replace the port just because it's a little bit loose, but I mean, it's not cutting out no matter how much I move it around, so it's probably okay. Yeah, that's a fix. So at the end of the day, all it needed was a new power supply and a Nexus connector, and we should be able to sell this for around the 400 to 450 mark, maybe if I can find a controller to sell with it, might get a little bit more. But yeah, so it should give us a nice healthy profit. Nice to have something different other than a PS5. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications. Let us know what you want to see in future videos, and hopefully the channel will get a little bit more interesting in the future. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.